Hare Krishna. We're going to have a Gita class now. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaura Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jaya Srila Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Desatarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. We are going to read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 25. Maharshīnām ca bhruguraham gira asmi ekamaksharam yajnānām japa yajnosmi Tavaranam Himalaya Maharshīnām bhruguraham Giramasmi ekam aksharam Yajnānam japa yajnosmi Tavaranam Himalaya. Word to word meaning. Maharishinam, among the great sages, Bhrugu, Aham, I am, Giram, of vibrations, Asmi, I am, Ekamaksharam, Pranava, Yajnanam, of sacrifices, Japayajnaya, chanting, Asmi, I am, Tavaranam, of immovable things, Himalaya, the Himalayan mountains. Translation by the Divine Grace of Prabhupada. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Purport by the Divine Grace of Prabhupada. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe, created several sons for the propagation of various kinds of species. Among these sons, Bhrigu is the most powerful sage. Of all the transcendental vibrations, Omkara, represents Krishna. Of all sacrifices, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Sometimes animal sacrifices are recommended, but in the sacrifice of Hare Krishna, there is no question of violence. It is simply, it is the simplest and the purest. Whatever is sublime in the worlds is a representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the greatest mountains in the world, also represent him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in the previous verse, because Meru is sometimes movable, whereas Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are the greater than Meru. Prabhupada ki jai. This chapter is called the opulence of the Absolute. It is describing various opulences of Supreme Lord. Krishna, after explaining the Chaturshloki Gita, that one has to initially start meditating on Krishna as the Lord of everything, and it is from him everything emanated, knowing that one should do bhajan or worship Krishna. And when he does that, second is he becomes happy. The reason for happiness is when you think of Krishna or when you discuss about Krishna with each other, that is the cause of happiness. Because he is Satchidananda. He is the bliss personified. When you talk about him, you also become blissful. And in that bliss, with pure love, if you do the bhajan or worship Krishna, then Krishna says, I will give you the intelligence by which you can come back to me. And then finally he also says that I also give you the knowledge by which you can come back to me. And then Arjuna describes Krishna. You are the supreme person. You are the supreme abode. Not just you told, even the great sages like Narada, Vyasa, everybody told. But for the common people, for everyone, they may not be able to accept you as supreme, Krishna as supreme. But how do they accept you as supreme? Looking at the world we see and looking at the knowledge we have in the material creation. How am I supposed to know that? Because the goal is to think of Krishna. Krishna says, Manmana bhava madbhakto, give me your mind. With your mind worship me. So, how do I think of you? Always. That is the starting point. And because we are in this world, we have the knowledge, whatever we gained. With that knowledge, how am I supposed to think you? So Lord said that I have explained you the same thing in the earlier chapters, little bit. And now I am going to explain you in detail. He is saying that Arjuna made a request to the Lord that I want to understand in whatever I look, how do I find you? How do I think of you? And so Krishna has been giving various examples of various personalities and everything, and showing that if you see this personality, the greatness is because of me. If you see this great thing, the greatness is because of me. Like this, Krishna is explaining various vibhutis, opulence of him. And in this particular verse, he is explaining 4 vibhutis. He is saying that of all the great sages, I am Maharshi Bhrigu. And of all the letters, all the vibrating letters, he is saying, I am Pranava, means Omkara, Om. And of all the sacrifices, he is saying, I am Japa Yajna, means chanting of the holy names. And of the immovable things, he is saying, he is Himalayas. Let's look at this, each of them, and what is Krishna describing here. We see in Bhagavatam, everything comes from Krishna. Krishna says in Gita also, everything comes from me. How is that I am supposed to visualize everything comes from me? It is said in 2nd canto, 5th word, 5th chapter. It says, Dravya karmascha kalascha sabhavo jivayevacha vasudevat param. It means that there are 5 items. Dravya means material things. Kala means time. Karma means activities. Subhava is the nature. And Jiva is the living entity. Everybody is Vasudeva Para. Means that they are all coming from Vasudeva. Anya asti. There is nothing but him. Except Lord, nothing is there. And that is what we are trying to visualize here. Here we are talking about 5 things. We are seeing some examples here. He is talking about Jiva. Jiva means a living entity. In this case, we are talking about the personality of Bhrigu. As a living entity, how he is associated with the Lord. Now he is also talking about Dravya, means things, material things. We can talk Himalayas as the mountains. Okay? And he is talking about, there are 2 kinds of material things, gross and subtle. Gross things can be like earthly kind of, and some things are sound, tanmatras we call them. In that we call vibrations. It's talking sound. It's like Omkara. He's saying that. And the Svabhava, nature you build by your activity and karma by activity. And according to that, he is talking what kind of activity? Japa, yajna. He's talking about sacrifices. So he's talking in these words 4 different kinds of things. So let us analyze these 4 kinds of things, what Krishna is saying. First he is talking about the Jiva, which is Bhrigu. Maharshi Namcha Bhriguraham. Means that of all the great sages, I am Bhrigu Muni. He has earlier said that of the Devarshinam Narada. Means of the Devarishis, he is Narada. Here he is saying of the Maharshis, he is Bhrigu. That means no matter in what category you see, the greatest personality in that category is coming from Krishna. His quality is coming from Krishna. So we have to see the frame of reference. How are you looking at it? In that angle, if you look at it, oh, this is Krishna. Oh, this is Krishna. No matter what you see, the moment they change the frame, the direction changes, and that is also Krishna. So if you look at all the frames, what you see is Krishna, nothing but Krishna. That's the goal. That is why he given different examples. Now he is giving example of Bhrigu Muni. He later say that Usna Kavi, he is also Shukracharya. He is the son of Bhrigu Muni. So father is him, son is him, grandson is him. And son, like, everybody is coming from him. So we see this, there is nothing but Krishna. If you think that I am great, no. The greatness is because of Krishna. Everything is happening because of Krishna. That's the understanding we need to get. Why is he taking the example of Bhrigu? Why is he great? Let's spend some few minutes on that. Bhrigu is the Brahma Manasaputra. It means that he came from the mind of Lord Brahma. He is one of the 7 great sages. And of all the 7 sages, he is saying I'm Bhrigu for a reason. Because Maharshi Bhrigu has done a lot of favor for us, for living entities. In many ways, we'll discuss some pastimes where Lord had appeared for us. Maharshi Bhrigu had, once upon a time, he was given a task. They were all sages were performing a great sacrifice for the benefit of humanity, entire worlds. And they were doing sacrifice. They did not know for whom the sacrificial offering has to go. Yajna is being performed, but for whom should we perform the yajna? Who is the best person? Who is the enjoyer of the sacrifices? And who will give the ultimate benefit to humanity? So with that angle, all the sages sat there. Sage Narada comes and tells them, you are doing great sacrifice, wonderful thing. But whom is this sacrifice meant for? Do you know? They are perplexed. They are great sages. And they think maybe Brahma, maybe Vishnu, maybe Shiva, Another says, tell me which one. They're not able to decide. And then they ask Maharshi Bhrigu to find out who is the ultimate beneficiary of all these sacrifices. And he goes to different worlds to find out that. So he is on a mission to find out who is the ultimate beneficiary of all the sacrifices. So he has gone to the Brahma Loka, where Lord Brahma is there. And his goal is to find who is the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices. So he went to the Loka of Brahma, who is his father. Brahma is his father. And is in that place, he is trying to test Brahma. He doesn't offer obeisances to his father. Brahma gets angry. Then Bhrigu says, you got angry because I didn't offer obeisances. So you are not the ultimate authority, enjoyer of the benefit. Then Brahma realizes that, oh, this boy came to test me. He smiles because he knows who is the truth. He smiles and leaves it. But then, are you capable enough to judge senior personalities? Because he was angry, he curses him, Brahma, that in the earthly planets nobody will worship you. That's why we don't see people worshipping Brahma. And then he goes to Lord Shiva. When he goes to Kailash and he goes to Lord Shiva is actually in a dance with Parvati, and looking at him, he ignores. But then Bhrigu gets angry and then says that, oh Shiva, you are more arrogant. You are in the mode of ignorance. And then he curses that nobody can worship you directly. They have to worship you as a lingakar. And then he leaves Kailash and he goes to Vaikuntha, where Lord Narayan is sitting on his snake bed, his mother Lakshmi pressing his legs. And when he goes to Vaikuntha to test the Lord is in deep sleep. And then he is closing his eyes and meditating. Bhrigu Muni gets angry. And this time, he goes and kicks the chest of the Lord. Now, the Lord gets up. This is the magnanimity of the Lord. The person has hit the Lord. The Lord is saying, oh great sage, please excuse me, I didn't see you coming. Because you touched my heart, I became pure, but you might have got hurt. Let me press your feet. And he showed that extreme compassion and tries to press the feet of Bhrigu. Then Bhrigu decides, no, you are the ultimate beneficiary of all the sacrifices. They have learned this lesson with so much test. Krishna already told us in Gita, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantirichyati. Of all, I am the ultimate beneficiary of all the sacrifices. Krishna already mentioned. It's easy for us, but our great sages had to establish this proof. So they did a Leela, and they did a lot of sacrifice to get to that. And because of that, but Mother Lakshmi, who always resides in the heart of Lord, she gets angry. She gets angry. And he curses Bhrigu Muni, saying that, you Brahmanas, Lakshmi will not stay with you. You become poor. That is why Brahmanas are supposed to be poor, begging bowls. Arjuna was saying in the first chapter, it is better to beg than kill these great souls. What is he indicating? He is indicating, I want to take the profession of Brahmana. I want to change my varna. To live by begging, that is kind of Brahmana kind of stuff. And then Bhrigu Maharshi says, you know what? It is not out of arrogance, but I came to test who is the supreme, ultimate beneficiary of all the sacrifices. My intent was to prove to the world. Then Lakshmi hears that and says, whoever plays Lord Vishnu, whoever prays me directly, I will not stay. Whoever prays to Lord Vishnu, I will stay. That is why if you worship Lakshmi alone, Lakshmi will not be there. Lakshmi is called Chanchala. She will not stay in one place. Today somebody can be rich, tomorrow somebody can be rich. She never permanently located any place. But she always stays in lotus feet of Narayana and in heart also. So whoever plays to Lord, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, she is always there. That is why when Arjuna is addressing Krishna, he addresses, Oh Madhava, means the husband of goddess of fortune. Wherever Krishna is there, fortune is there, Lakshmi is there. And that essence has been established for us. That wealth is for serving Krishna. When you serve Krishna, wealth is there. When you don't serve Krishna, there is no wealth. That is the real wealth, in fact. And mother is also extremely compassionate. And she says, because I curse you, I'll bless you also. And she becomes the daughter of Bhrigu Muni. And her name is Bhargavi. When you say the name of Bhargavi, it means that she is the daughter of Bhrigu Muni. And she gets married to Lord Narayana again. She is also called Padmavati. She appeared in the lotus. Mother appeared and then she gets married again. So that enhances the glory of Maharshi Bhrigu. He is a great astrologer, first astrologer, Bhrigu Samhita, he wrote. And his children, he has many children. One of them is Shukracharya. He is also his son, that's why it's called. And in his line comes Parashuram. He's called Bhargavaram. The word Bhargava comes, means everybody is in the line of Bhrigu Muni. We have Bhargavaram, means Lord appeared in the dynasty of Bhrigu out of his devotion. But the same Bhrigu, if you do a Vaishnava offense, doesn't matter how great you are going to be punished. It happened in Daksha Yajna, when Daksha was performing sacrifice. At time, Bhrigu while Daksha was insulting, Bhrigu was also cooperating. So he was given punishment by Veerabhadra to remove his mustache. So you make a mistake, no matter how great you are, you will be punished, especially Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Yatashambhu. So that is Maharshi Bhrigu. He is a great devotee of the Lord. But Lord always encourages you to follow proper etiquette, especially with the Vaishnavas. And that is the contribution of Bhrigu. And he's saying that Bhrigu greatness is me. Now, he said, Kavina Musna Kavihi. Now, Shukracharya is coming in the line of Bhrigu, and he is also him only, Krishna is saying. Brahma is him. His son is him. Now you see, everywhere, it is only Krishna. The greatness is because of this Krishna. First we see this point. So we are talking in the sages. We are saying, if you take a different frame of reference, Of all the great sages among gods, Narada. Huh? Of all the great acharyas, again he is saying Brahaspati, another sage. So he is covering every sage. There is no sage left. Everybody is him. Only the frame of reference has changed. It is him. Same thing we see in Purusha prayers. Brahmano simukamasit, Bahu Rajanyakataha, Uru Adasya Tadvaisya, Padro Sudro Ajayata. It means that Brahmanas are my face, Kshatriyas are my arms, Vaishyas are my belly, Shudras are my legs. Now, is anything less? Everything is part of Supreme Lord. So, whatever is there, it is Supreme Lord. So, the vision is to see, if I see this, that should remind me of Krishna. That should be the goal. That is what Krishna is very beautifully bringing that. That is why he first started Bhrigu. And then he said, of all letters, I am Om. Om means Pranava. Om is that syllable which is taken in almost every Vedic chant. There is no Vedic chant where Om is not uttered almost. Om is also reflecting creation, the Bija Akshara. It is reflecting the principle of creation, maintenance and destruction. And Krishna, I am that. He is saying that Om is me. And that is why when you chant any mantra, for example, we chant Krishna's holy names, especially when you want to chant Om Kesavaya Swaha, Om Narayana Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, Om is coming. You want to say Shiva's name, Om Shivaya Namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha, Shambhave Namaha, Pinakini Namaha, still Shiva's name. We take any God, the Om is occurring because without Krishna nothing is perfect. Without Krishna nothing is perfect. It is said that you may pray demigod. Demigod cannot give you result. It is Krishna who has to give result. And your worship to demigod is full of so many impurities or not perfections. Even to make that perfect, you have to chant the holy name of Krishna. Yasya smrutyacha namoktya puja kriyas nunnam sampurnatam deva vandeham tamachyutam. May do whatever prayers, whatever puja, they become complete only when you take the holy name of the Lord. That is why they have kept the Om to every mantra. Not just Om. They have kept the holy name of Krishna in any Vedic sacrifice. You may do worship of Mother Durga, but you have to chant Apavitra, Pavitrova, Sarva Vastangatupava, Yasmaret Pundari Kakam Suva, Pyandruchi. And then you start with that. You do Gayatri, you start with that. Because purification happens only because of Supreme Lord. Your perfection happens only because of Supreme Lord. So, whatever you see, that means when you chant any Vedic mantra, you should remember Krishna. Second. And third thing, and the most important thing Prabhupada quote says, Yajnanam Japayagnosmi. The third chapter of Gita we have seen, Lord says, Sahayagna Purovacha. You are born along with the yajnas. That means that when God created humanity, He created sacrifices. And sacrifices are meant for the benefit of Lord. We just read Bhrigu Maharshishwari, right? He proved by the example that of all the sacrifices are meant for His satisfaction. Yajna vai saha means that all the yajnas meant are to please Him. Yajna is Krishna. Yajna means Krishna. Yajno, yajna pataru, yajna, yajnango, yajna vahana, yajna pratyagna, pratyagni, yajna pratyagna sadhana. It comes in Vishnu Sahasranam. Means that in the yajna, whatever items you are using is Krishna. Whatever fire is Krishna. Whatever the deity is appearing is Krishna. Whatever whoever is the deity, Lord coming and giving you, that is also Krishna. There is nothing but Krishna. Means all sacrifices are meant, whenever you say do any sacrifice, are meant for Krishna, it is Krishna. There is nothing but Krishna. But there are many, many yajnas, many, many duties. But here Lord is saying, all the yajnas, yajnanam japa yajnosmi. He is saying, means chanting the holy name is the most important. Now one may question, we can chant any name. Krishna has infinite names. We can chant any name of Krishna. Yes, there are many names. Everything is purifying. But when we do Bijakshara, every name has a Om or a Kleem. There are Bijaksharas are there. When you do, there are certain rules and regulations one has to follow. When you do such kind of Om Namo Narayanaayati Mantropasaka Vaikunta Bhavanan Lokan Gamishyati, when you chant Om Namo Narayana, it is in Narayana Upanishad it says. Those people who chant the name of Om Namo Narayana, they will be going to Vaikunta planet, it says. And who is that Narayana? Shuddho Devo Devaki Putro. He is the son, he is nothing but Krishna, Devaki Putra. And it is telling that Narayana is Krishna. But in the age of Kali, can anybody follow the rules? Nobody can follow the rules. That is why Kali Santarana Upanishad came. It is what exactly Narada asked Brahma. How do we handle things in Kali Yuga? Because nothing is perfect. Lord Brahma said, Bhagavataha Adi Purushasya Narayanasya Nama Ucharana Matren Nindruta Kalir Bhavati. He said, just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, you will be able to overcome Kali's effects. Narada is very intelligent. There are rules and regulations. So, Tannama Kimiti. Is that which name should I chant? Narayana has infinite names. Which name should I chant? That is when it is like, I have a headache. I went to doctor. He says, doctor, I have some headache. He will say, oh, take some Tylenol or something like that. But then he say, doctor, my headache is like migraine. Tylenol is not helping me. Or he will give a very strong prescription medicine. Because Kali is so powerful, normal this not helps. He says that, tell me that which is more powerful. Yes. Then he says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodachakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam. You chant this. Is there anything better than that? Nata Paratopaya Sarvavedeshu Dushyate. There is no other better way than this chanting of holy name. He has declared it. There is no other better chanting than the holy name of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is what you need to chant. Alright? Are there any rules for this? He asked the question. Nasti Vidhi means that there are no rules and regulations. What is the benefit? Ultimate benefit. That is why Prabhupada is mentioning. We have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There are no Bijaksharas. There are no rules. There are absolutely no rules. You can chant anywhere, any place, any time, by anyone. There are absolutely no rules. You have to just chant. And it is most beautiful names of Krishna. He said, if you chant 1,000 names of Vishnu, Parvati, Mother Parvati asked Lord Shiva, Keno Payana Raghunam Vishnu Nama Sahasrakam Patkatar Panditan Shrutamichamyam Prabhu. There are many names of Krishna. Is there any short way I can get the same benefit? Not Shiva third. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Namavarandane. Hear that? When we chant Sri Rama Rama Rama, it is equivalent to chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. And it is also said to chant one time Krishna, 3 times Rama. Now we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Imagine what benefit you are getting it. It's supposed to actually offense even to qualify the benefit. Because it's infinite. People always take this advantage. Lord's name is infinite. So 1 by 16 is also infinite. 1 by 1000 is also infinite. So you take any name of Lord, it is infinite. But you chant this name. Because this name has absolutely no rules and regulations. There are offenses we should not make. To remove the offenses, to overcome the offenses, we take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Take the Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktamanda. When you take to their name, devotees' names, the Lord's names, most compassionate, and then chant the holy name of the Lord, you will make quick progress. And then finally he is saying, Stavaranam Himalaya. Of all the immovable things, I am Himalayas. Bhagavatam says, now he is calling, this is like a more material thing. Why Himalayas? Because Himalayas is the place Ganges came. Himalayas is the place everybody used to go and do penance. Himalaya, Himavat, is the devotee of the Lord. It is where Vaishnavas stay. And wherever Vaishnavas stay, but greatness is because of that. He is comparing with Meru. He already told Meru Shikarinamaham in the earlier verses. There is one more mountain called Meru. Here called another mountain called Himalaya. Now if you look, any mountains, finally, any mountain is Krishna. Only frame of reference has changed. Now this is Krishna. In this angle, this is Krishna. In this angle, that is Krishna. Here, all angles, everything is Krishna. There is nothing but Krishna. So, he is giving these examples for us to visualize how to see Krishna in everything. He is setting, because for a materialist, he only hears. He hears and he sees something. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you comprehend, everything is coming from Krishna. He is a fragment of Krishna. He is a fragment of Krishna. And this is why he said, Dravya, Karma, Kala, Swabhava, Jiva. Kala, Krishna says in Kala, Kalosmi Aham. I am the time I am. Even the time he is. So there is nothing but Krishna. Okay, everything emanates from Krishna. Am sarvasya prabhu. Matta sarvam pravartate. From me everything comes. I am the Lord of everything. Everything comes from me. That vision comes by understanding, seeing Krishna in various angles, in various objects. We are trying to, unless you hear, you won't think. Our vision doesn't have improve. We have to see the vision, cultivate the vision to see Krishna in everything. There is no place Krishna is not there. That's what Prahlad Maharaj told to his father. He was Hiranyakashipu. He was looking for Krishna everywhere. He couldn't find Krishna. Whereas this boy, small boy, 5 years old, he is getting complete protection. And the biggest demon is failing to hurt a small boy. Can't even punish him. When he asks, where is the strength coming from you? The strength is coming from Krishna. Same thing Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter says, Palam balavatam chaham kama raga evarchasam. The strength of the strength is coming from Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj says the strength is Krishna. The production is coming from Krishna. Where is that Krishna? Yes. He is everywhere. Prahlad Maharaj has a vision to see Krishna everywhere. Hiranyakashipu does not have the vision to see Krishna, though he is everywhere. He has been going to Vaikuntha, he can't find him. He goes everywhere, he can't find him. It is, Krishna is everywhere. We should cultivate the habit of seeing Krishna. That is the most important point. But to do that, the example of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj is a great example. When a devotee says, Krishna manifests, even for non-devotees. For a devotee, to keep the word of a devotee, the Lord manifests even to non-devotees. So we can understand how much important from this to take shelter of a devotee. Because only a devotee can show you the Lord. Lord is everywhere. But only a devotee can show you. Tattvataha. That's why Lord said, go and surrender. The one who has seen the truth will be able to show you. So, who has seen truth? Only those who understood Lord. So, we have to surrender only to devotees of the Lord. Only then you can understand. That is why we say, Maharshinam cha bhruguraham Giram asmi ekam aksharam yajnanam chapa yajnosmi tavaranam himalaya. Just in 4 of them, if we can see Krishna everywhere, their greatness is because of Krishna. Their 4 fathers are Krishna, their brothers are Krishna, their sons are coming from Krishna. Bhrigumani, his father, again Shiva. Brahma is saying, I'm coming from me. His brother, Devarshi Narada, he is also coming from Krishna. And his sons, Shukra, he is also Krishna. So there is nothing but Krishna everywhere. Every syllable is coming from Krishna. Yes, but we cannot think of everything. The Lord said, why are you thinking so many things? Everything is a fragment of it. He's giving that example. But it is for other people. But we have the mercy of the Lord. The same Lord is saying, I am appearing in the age of Kali as a holy name. I am not different from my holy name. I am not different from my form. I am not different from my books. Bhagavad Katha is Krishna. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela are all not different from Krishna himself. So when we take to this holy name of the Lord and listen about the Lord, I mean we are always staying with the Lord. What is upasana? Means that staying close. Upa means close. Asana means close. Staying close to the Lord means seeing Lord everywhere. Upanishad. Upasana. Like this. Everything is coming, staying close to the Lord. Thinking of the Lord, you stay close to the Lord. Lord manifests everywhere. That is the purpose of this vibhuti. Again, at later point in time, people may say that, yes, you may tell so many things, I may also say so many things. But can you show me? Nobody will show you. Krishna can show what he says. That is happened in 11th chapter. Talking is one thing and showing is different thing. Krishna shows what he is. He can show it. Nobody can do it. After showing everything, Krishna says, these are all good, but directly worshipping me is the best. For those people to get to this point, this is helpful. But love me with a devotion, with love. When you do with love, you don't have to go through the process of understanding. When you just chant my holy name with love, I give you the understanding by which you can come back to me. So, let's all take to that process of chanting the holy name of Krishna. He is everywhere, but we cannot see everywhere. Telling is easy, but can we see that vision always? But thinking of Krishna is easy, right? No matter what I do, I can chant Krishna's names. Everything is Krishna, we understand, but chanting Krishna's name is more sweeter. And it is risk-free. Absolute zero risk. Okay. Then I'll pause here. If you have any questions, I will take comments. Yes, Prabhuji. Paramatma and Bhagavan. Paramatma is the Lord in the Vishnu. He is present everywhere. Lord is present everywhere. You are seeing Paramatma. He is everywhere, he is in everything. If he is everywhere, that vision to see is difficult. First. Second is, there is no exchange of relationship in everything. Can you have it? Though Lord is even in the wood. But do you have any reciprocal feelings? Not necessarily. Whereas in Bhagavan, Lord is manifesting a form like you. And he have exchange of feelings, and is from him only everything emanates. He says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, I am the Lord, everything is emanating from me. We are looking at the emanating part is Krishna, and Paramatma. That I is Bhagavan. From him only everything is emanating.